Hello everyone, B.O.B. here, and I am finally back with another Minecraft tutorial. And today we are building a 4x4 vault door. This is inspired by Mumbo Jumbo. I've been watching a lot of his early videos, and one of his early redstone builds that he was super proud of was his 4x4 vault door, and I thought, well, let's build one on Bedrock. And what I have here is just a bare bones version of it, just to show you it's actually pretty compact, acts pretty quickly. Opening, closing very fast, so, and very cheap to make. Now, the materials required for this build are going to be 20 sticky pistons, 4 repeaters, 2 observers, 2 redstone torches, 1 lever. That's just going to be your temporary power source. Obviously, you're going to probably want to move that from where we place it in the build. And then 35 redstone dust, and then you're going to need 3 pieces of glass, but this could be substituted for slabs if you prefer. Of course, you're going to need building blocks, some blocks to place redstone on, and blocks to build your door out of. That's what I'm going to be using the iron and the wax block of copper for. It's not going to be these exact numbers, so it's just whatever you choose to throw in there. Make sure you have some blocks to place some redstone on, is what I'm saying. Now, the area for this build is going to be a 4x14 space, which I have outlined with smooth stone here. And keep in mind, with the vault doors, the inside, you're always going to have these exposed pistons here. So with that in mind, coming to the outside of where you're going to want your door to be, and like I said, this is going to be 2-3 blocks down below the surface. Well, this is going to be the 3rd block below the surface. We're going to just lay out where we're going to be placing our redstone. So come 2 blocks in from our corner. You can place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to step up off of these on both sides. So go ahead and step up, break that. Then we're going to come 1 block in towards the center of our build here. Do the same thing on both sides. And once those blocks are in place, go ahead and step up again. So I'm going to place 1 there, break that away, and then I'm going to come 2 blocks in towards the center. So we should have a build that looks just like that. We're going to do the same thing on both sides. And then we're going to be placing our first set of sticky pistons on some blocks right here in the center. So we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks there, and that's where we're going to place our sticky pistons, all facing up. And then afterwards, if you choose, you could go ahead and break away those 4 blocks. Next thing we're going to want to do is start to get the floor of our doorway in place, and that's going to be a 3x4 surface. So we're going to start on top of our sticky pistons here. Whatever block you want to have visible there, that's what you want to be using. I'm going to use iron blocks for this. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 blocks wide, or deep, I guess, however you want to look at it. And now the next step is going to be getting our first row of blocks in for our wall. So I'm going to step up off of this block, and I don't really need that one in there, so I'm going to get rid of that and just put the 3 blocks across the bottom layer here. We're going to do that same thing on both sides, and then we're going to get back to placing in some pistons. Now, to place the pistons for the side of this thing, we're going to start on, we'll just start on this one side here. We're going to place a temporary block right there, and then place 2 pistons on top of that, 2 pistons on the face of those, and then towards the outside of your door, we're going to have 2 more pistons right here beside those frontmost facing pistons. We're going to do that same sort of thing on both sides, and make sure you break away that temporary block. And now we're finally going to start placing in some redstone. We're going to start with some redstone torches. Now, whatever side you would like your lever to power your door to be, this is the side you're going to want to put the torches on. I'm going to do it on the left side just because that's how I did my display model. But you're going to place 1 redstone torch on top of this corner block, and then 1 on the inside right there. And like I said, you could do it on this block if you choose. But now let's start running some redstone lines from these torches. So what we want to do is just come up this way and all the way over to the edge of your door frame there. Do the same thing on both, well, actually on this side, we're just going to start at this torch and come all the way across. All those pistons should extend, and then up and across just like so. Now, just so you have control over the door through the process, we're going to go ahead and place a lever on that block. Now, In the future, well, obviously you're not going to want your lever below the floor, so however you'd want to open and close this door would be just sending a signal into this block with a repeater or, you know, a redstone torch underneath. But for now, we can go ahead and turn off those redstone torches. And next, we're going to get our glass blocks. Like I said, you could use slabs for this. Instead, we're just going to be placing some repeaters on these. But above this dash of redstone dust on both sides, I'm going to go ahead and place one glass block. And then right in the corner where our pistons meet, we're going to have one solid block for placing redstone on. We're going to do that same thing on both sides. And we can go ahead and place a dash of redstone dust on those solid blocks. Next, you want to come over to the side where you have placed your redstone torches, and we're going to step up a little further from this one, so I'm going to go ahead and place a temporary block, and then we can break that away. I'm going to step up again here, temporary block, break up away, step up again, break away, and we're going to go ahead and even step up one more time and break that away. Now let's go ahead and run a line of redstone dust all the way up those blocks you just placed. Now on your glass block or slab, if you chose to use a slab there, go ahead and place a repeater and set that to 2 ticks, so just click it once. Now over here on the side furthest from our power source, we're going to step up again, but we only really need to step up one more time, so let's do that there. And then come one block in right beside your glass or slab block. We're going to place our repeater on that glass and or slab, set to 2 ticks, so click it once, and then we're going to run a redstone line to that repeater. Now we're going to build a little bit more of our door frame here. So we want to make this 4 blocks tall, of course. We already got 1 block in place. We're going to just do this on the outside of the door frame for now, because otherwise the blocks will be in the way. But go ahead and place 3 blocks on top of that first block you already have in place. So it should be right in front of these 2 sticky pistons. Now we're going to go ahead and place some solid blocks on the top of both of those little door frames we just built, and those blocks won't be visible, so you really can use whatever block you want. It does well, I guess those ones don't even have to be solid blocks, but over here on the side where we have powered our door, we're going to place our last piece of glass or slab, and we're going to go ahead and just place that in so we can run a dash of redstone dust on top of that. Now on top of these 2 temporary, or on top of these 2 solid blocks, we're going to actually place 1 temporary block on top of that so we can place our downward facing sticky pistons in a row right across our door frame on the side of that block. And we're going to go ahead and break that block away. Next, we're going to take our redstone line and run that all the way up over our pistons, just like that. Next, we want another solid, well, we're going to build in some more of our door frame here. We're going to place 1 block there on both sides, and then I'm going to go ahead and just close in this door frame the rest of the way now. And for these center pistons, I'm going to use a different block. I'm going to, like I said, I was using the waxed copper blocks, but you could use whatever block you want, obviously. But I'm going to place those on the inside of those sticky pistons as well. So I'm going to finish up this door frame, and I'm going to need 1 solid block on the outside corners of both of those. Next, we're going to run a redstone line in this gap right in the middle, just like so. And once you have that redstone dust in place on both sides, we're going to come here, run 1 block below these corner blocks you got up top here. We're going to place our observers with the redstone dot facing down, you know, right beside the side where with the 4 flush pistons. Do the same thing on both sides of your door frame. And then on top of these observers, we're going to place our repeaters, and we're going to set that to 2 ticks. So go ahead and place it down, click it 1 time. Same thing on both sides, of course. Grab some solid blocks. We're going to place that right here next to this lower bottom sticky piston with a redstone dot on top of that. Do the same thing on both sides. And with that, the redstone for our doorway should be complete. So let's go ahead and throw that lever. We got a full closing sequence, full opening sequence, so we can just go ahead and build in the top part of our door frame, which would be another 3x4 platform. I'm using all iron blocks for this, and of course you could use whatever blocks you choose. And that is a fully functional 3x4, or I'm sorry, 4x4 vault door. And there you go. And of course, when you build this in, it's going to be set into the wall a little bit, but I ran alternative power source here. You know, I just put the lever on the wall with a redstone torch on the other side. That's sending a signal down into that block with a repeater. Like I said before, you could run it into the side of this block, or it could be another redstone torch underneath that block. But there is the door complete. You know, a little bit more decorated, and yeah, of course, you always have these exposed pistons on the inside, but I really don't think you want to be on the inside of a vault when it closes. So, my friends, that completes today's redstone tutorial. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button. And if you're interested in seeing more from me, consider subscribing as well. I want to wish you all a wonderful day and say it is great to be back.